I've thrived. And I feel like that is in good part to all of the folks over at ladies at Nature Med. And it's really changed my life. Hi, my name is Carey Seeley, and I am from Maitland, Florida. I was diagnosed with breast cancer, stage 0, back in July of 2024. I had just completed surgery back in September. And after that, I knew that I was going to be up against a couple of different challenges, specifically around some of the medication that I would be on, also going through radiation. I also wanted to just make sure that it never came back. So I was looking for alternative ways to really diagnose what was going on in my body and things around me. So the environment and different things that I could do so that I could be more preventative rather than wait for it to happen again and fix it again. So it was really because of that really prompted me to seek alternative ways of healing. I think it was really just the realization, like, I don't have any history in my family of breast cancer. I'm 55 years old. I think I have been taking care of my body relatively well. I mean, I'm pretty active. I do yoga. I eat pretty well, but I would say the tipping point was really just the fact that I was thinking that I was doing everything that I could and still, got cancer. So that was really for me the tipping point of just realizing that I have to do something different and looking for alternative mechanisms to learn, really, because I do like to learn. And through the whole program, I've learned just a ton more. I thought I knew a lot, but now I realize that I didn't. I networked through a couple of different people, went on the internet, and her name came up and was recommended. So I went in and tried her out. The fact that she was a woman, I feel like having another woman, and there's many women in her practice, so I kind of felt safe. Maybe more psychologically safe, if you will, just knowing that there were a number of different practices and disciplines. So everything from nutrition to acupuncture. Also, I knew that I was going to need to take supplements, and I knew that she also, in addition to all of her expertise, also has a network of medical grade prescription and all the different types of tests. Maybe they're not all tests, but tests and assessments that she was recommending, and all of the deep dive diagnoses that she would do. It was really that. And then we got along really well. I found her really easy to talk to, very personable. I felt comfortable and safe to be able to kind of share my journey with her, because I know, things could go great, or, you never know, I could get cancer again. So it was really, knowing that she would be there for the long term and somebody that I could, kind of get married to, if you will, with my story, because it is a personal story. And I found her really, she listens really well. And I felt safe that I could share everything going on. All the tests and assessments that you take are really easy, right? So it's everything I do, constant glucose monitoring or continuous glucose monitoring. I was a little bit afraid of that, of like, putting things in, but they all seem to be good. So again, they're very helpful and easy. I guess that would be my easiest way, because I think sometimes people get overwhelmed with just all of the information and all of the tests. It's a little scary sometimes, like trying different supplements. How am I going to feel? I find her, like I said, extremely easy to engage with and talk to. She also kind of boils things down so I can understand them. It's not all doctor speak. There's not a million diagnosis codes going on all over the place. I mean, if you're doing, some type of blood test or other type of test, she turns their computer around and, we kind of walk through everything and have a conversation. And I think that kind of personal one-on-one conversations, you don't get a lot from regular doctors, I would say, on the nutrition side as well, because I'm super concerned about what I eat all the time. And all of the conversations are very easy to have with all of her staff. And it's just, I enjoy actually going there on a monthly basis to interact and learn. One of the bad side effects that I have of some of the medicine that I am on is really severe joint pain. With I've got a couple of different supplements that I'm taking, and I have definitely noticed a lot of relief in certain cases around that, since I knew that that was going to be something. So we talked about that. She guided me through, the right supplements, different exercises. I think on the nutrition side, I've gotten a lot more ideas around recipes, healthy eating, and then just other practices and products to be able to use that are non-toxic. One of the things that I never really thought of was more environmental stuff. So I've sought out, natural nail care. I've sought out different detergent. So it's different body, like deodorants and lotions and stuff. So I've noticed a lot of difference in just the way that I feel. So I'm on a variety of different supplements. I feel great about finally getting some sleep, since some of the medicine has an adverse effect. So I'm taking some supplements to help me with sleep. I've implemented a pretty strict regime around working out and yoga. So all of those things, sometimes we think that we know, but having someone to talk to and be able to make sure, and also the accountability partner. I'm a kind of person that needs somebody to remind me and enforce and encourage, right? And then notice if things are changing in a good way. So that, in those areas, I've definitely felt and noticed, and other people have as well. Like my husband and my son, who is now home from college, he definitely noticed a difference. And I'm walking the dog a lot more, so so I'm sure he notices as well. I definitely feel, I guess that the word I would use is more confident. I do a lot of, professional leadership and peer-to-peer mentoring as well. And I think that in combination, I was really nervous about how I would look after my surgery and how I would feel after the radiation. And I think through some of the supplements, getting better sleep, making sure that I am like taking care of myself, I feel a lot more confident in who I am, what I look like. I mean, I know it sounds a little vain, but we all care about what we look like, right? And how you feel. So it's so I feel more confident. I feel like I'm doing everything that I can to prevent any further occurrences, especially de-stressing and sleeping a little bit more. I'm usually eating well, but now I'm eating even better. So I would just sum it up, I guess, with confidence. I have kind of taken a notch. I've gotten a different outlook on life around just slowing down a little bit and really starting to, live more in the present and stop worrying about the future. And that's just something that I've probably worked on for many, many years of my life. And I feel like it's now sort of come to fruition. Just try it out. I think I was a little bit nervous in the beginning just to try different things, but I've thrived. And I feel like that is in good part to all of the folks over at ladies at Nature Med, and it's really changed my life. For me, it was important to get complimentary and at least talk to different types of doctors, especially if you've got cancer. And if you don't have cancer and you're just not feeling great, whether it could be menopausal or just anything in your life, I think seeking out and getting, what was initially a free consultation to go and have a conversation and be open-minded around different ways of healing your body and taking care of yourself. We all think that we know so much. The internet is at our disposal these days, and AI and everything, but it does help to go to somebody that has been doing this and is an expert and can give you other recommendations for feeling great.